Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Stern Agee. And for those of you out there with small children, or those of you planning to have a family, have you checked out college tuition prices recently? According to Jimmy has, according to the College Board, the average cost of tuition and fees in the United States this school year, $30,000 at private schools, nearly $9,000 at public schools. That's in-state tuition. And it's only going to go up. If you have a child who's 2, 3, 4, 5, you need to be planning ahead right now. Stern Agee can show you how to save for your child's college and protect yourself in terms of your tax dollars as well. Talk to a Stern Agee representative this week. Give them a call. They do a tremendous job. Stern Agee. All right. Hot reads, we're calling this. Just some very quick questions, and I mean it. Quick questions, quick answers. All right. Everyone has heard the old General Neyland maxim, the team that makes the fewest mistakes will win. Do you guys believe that adage is true in the modern SEC era?
Yes.
Okay, he says yes.
You've
read my story.
Yeah,
so go ahead.
depends on you're talking about penalties or turnovers.
Yeah, define mistakes.
Penalties is what I'm saying.
Penalties, no.
Penalties.
No, not as much with penalties.
Let's go ahead and show it. All right, let's put this up here. Here you go. This is from 2007 through 2013, those seasons. And you can see at the top, there'll be a lot of conspiracy theories over this one. Alabama loses fewer penalty yards than anybody else in the league over that time, but they have 48 wins. And this is in conference games only. But here's the thing. Mississippi State, Vandy, Kentucky, they don't get called for a lot of penalties. They don't win either. Look at the bottom there. Auburn, LSU, Florida. Georgia gets hit for more penalties than anybody else. Those are four of the winningest schools in the SEC. I think what that tells you, and we didn't count Missouri and Texas A&M there because they've only played in two seasons. I think what that tells you is talent can overcome penalties. Turnovers, which we've shown you before,
right.
No. Turnovers, you cannot survive those. That's really tough. Penalties, they don't mean much. Surprise you or no?
Yeah, it shocked me. As a matter of fact, we talked about that, and it stunned me that it was that big of a difference, that I thought penalties meant more than they do.
Which is actually why I went and researched it and found that you were wrong. All right, because I thought you were right too. Here we go.
First time for everything.
This is the first time for everything. Next one. 30 years ago this summer, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of colleges and gave them their own television rights. That broke the NCAA's control. That's when you used to only have like 2 or 3 games on the major networks on a weekend. That was it. The NCAA controlled it. Since then, since that Supreme Court ruling in '84, the entire college football landscape has shifted. Take a look at some of the changes. In '84, there was no BCS, no playoff. Now you got a 14 playoff that's coming into effect. Back then, no conference title games. Now you have 7 conference title games this year. Back then, 110 Division I schools. Now, 125, as they call them, FBS schools, so more schools. 18 bowls in 1984. Now you've got 38 bowls plus the playoff championship game. Look at this one. 21 independent football programs back in 1984. Half of them, that's half the ACC and half the ACC now. They all went to the Big East and then moved to the ACC. Now you only have 4 independents left. There were no conferences greater than 10 teams. Now you have 7 conferences greater than 12 teams. And there was no talk of autonomy. 2014, autonomy is coming, which is going to be a bigger separation between the haves and have-nots. A lot of tradition and rivalries have gone, but you've gained just about every game is on television. So my question, start with you.
Okay.
College football better in 1984 or better now?
Oh, it's better now. I mean, I know it's not perfect, and I know it's not where we want it to be, but a lot of us think it's really, if it's not the best thing going, it's really close to the NFL in terms of being to watch. And I think you are going to see it get even better as these TV contracts continue to grow and the rich get richer.
Okay. He says better now than then.
I will say from a fan's perspective, better now than then. You can watch more games. The stadium experience has changed. So I think it is better, at least for the fan, it is better. Maybe not the game, but for the fan, much better.
I think it's true for the fan because I like watching these games. Now, is it impacted attendance?
Yeah, that's where I was going.
It has. But still, I don't think the game's ever been more popular. If you're not watching it at the stadium, you're watching it at home.
Right.
So you are watching it. So I'm going to say it's better.
Okay, very good. When we come out, we got some more numbers. I think this is interesting. Are hurry-up offenses like Tennessee's really the wave of the future, as so many people say? We got some figures for you to check out when we come back on the Sports Source.